We are live on the Miguel and Holly and the Hits 961 Facebook page for Queen City Confessions.
I am already leaned in. Let's do it.
About 10 years ago, when my son was being bullied by this other kid in school, I set up a meeting with the bully's parents to see if we could come to some sort of resolution.
Okay.
The dad was super helpful, but let's just say the mom was a super bee who thought her child could do no wrong. She essentially blamed me for raising a weak son.
Oh, not that. Ooh, okay.
That made me so angry and incensed that I ended up becoming friends with the dad. And after some months, I had an affair with him.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if she ever found out, but every time we did it, I felt relief. I was such a different person then. Looking back on that, now I feel awful. Yeah. That's why I always say, when it comes to revenge, is it truly going to make you feel better?
I mean, in that moment, I guess it did, but like you got to look at the whole span of your life, right? And I know you can't. Like, it's hard to think, oh, what is future me going to think about right now me? But like, sometimes it's not your job to dole out the appropriate punishment.
And here's what I found being 37 years old. People that have wronged me in my life that I did not get revenge on got theirs in some way possible.
Ain't that the truth? Because it's the universe.
And if they're that way with you, they're that evil with other people, and some people just won't take it, and they're in a position to truly right the wrongs. It doesn't always need to be you, and especially in that way.
And exactly. And you don't know like what would hurt that person most. Like then maybe that would hurt you most.
Right.
But maybe like what you're doing is nothing to the other person. I'm sure that lady did not want you sleeping with her husband. But I mean, you just don't know. And now you feel bad. And well, that was certainly that took me to a vacation spot. And then we came back and it was a whole trip.
Here's another Queen City confession. Not my proudest moment. When I was in college, I was working several jobs. I was a server at a restaurant as well. This guy came in for a business lunch. Their bill was over $200.
Ooh.
He tipped me 81 cents and wrote on the receipt, "You should smile more, sweetie."
No way.
Because I could hear their conversations when they came over, I knew where they worked and I knew his name. I wrote an anonymous email to his workplace saying the grossest things about him: sexual harassment, drugs, stealing. I've always wanted to call the business back and see if he was fired.
I mean,
a lot of revenge today.
A lot of revenge. My guess is that he might, if it's an anonymous email, like they have HR task teams that look into that kind of stuff. And I don't think you get an email about an employee that's like tearing them apart and then they're like, well, you're fired. I don't know. But regardless, that was horrible.
Yeah.
If that's anything that you would ever consider doing, don't do that. Don't be that person.
Ever.
I mean, the guy that wrote the tip.
I mean, revenge is not good, but this one, it probably felt good. See, this is where I would say write out the email, print it out, read it, and then throw it away. Because you don't want that on your conscience.
Yeah, you don't. But, it's really, I mean, that was terrible. That's it. Nothing else to say about it. That was a terrible thing to do for that man.
You got a confession you need to get off your chest? Text HITS and your confession to 96893. All right, it is 7:32. Now, are there certain questions you should never ask on a certain date?
Oh.
Maybe about politics, religion, or money? Well, Kara asked Dominic a question that was so offensive that he ghosted her. I'm curious if you think this question is offensive or if she was just getting to know him. Find out with Blown Off in 2 songs.